The snap-tight assembly system locks end channels to all sheets without the need for tools or fasteners. To assemble each panel, the perimeter channels are secured to the top and bottom of each sheet. Gently tap the channel over the snap-tight lugs and work your way along the sheet. Each channel should be fit to the center of each sheet. Simply tap the channel along until it's aligned. We're going to join our spliced channels now. Basically, we're just joining a pair of channels together to make a longer one. There are three parts: a left channel, a right channel, and the joiner. Looking at the part numbers, you'll see that the left channel has the letter L and the right channel has the letter R at the end of the part number. There are also printed arrows pointing to the end of the channel that needs to be joined. The joiner, called a CSJ, needs to be put in the right way to match the channel. Make sure that you've got the long sides matched up. Place the CSJ centered on the end and press in as shown until you hear it click. Repeat this with the other side and then make sure that both halves are butted up against one another. Do this for the rest of the spliced channels in the pack before beginning construction. Let's do the rear panel. To construct the rear panel, we'll need one T3L channel, one T3R channel, one 81D channel, one 15A peak brace, one 36L sheet, one 42D sheet, and one 36R sheet. Lay out and overlap the sheets by one rib. Use 3 of the 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the sheets together. Take the T3R channel and attach it to the right-hand side of the peak at the top of the sheet. Attach using the snap-tight method. Make sure you've got the short side of the channel to the outside of the sheet. Repeat for the left-hand side of the peak with the T3L channel. Next, we'll attach the 15A peak brace to the apex of the panel. Align it with the holes in the top of both channels, and then fasten with 6 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the 81D channel and attach it to the bottom of the sheets. Make sure you've got the short side of the channel to the outside of the sheet. Use 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the channel and CSJ. This completes the rear panel. Time for the roof panel assembly. To make the roof panel, we'll need one 78C channel, one 81E channel, 2 of the 86B lips, one 48L sheet, and one 48R sheet. Lay out the sheets with the 48L sheet on the left and the 48R sheet on the right. Make sure the edge with 2 pre-punched holes is to the outside. Fasten the 2 sheets together with 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Leave the top hole free as it will help get the sheet into the ridge beam later. Take the 78C channel and attach it to the top of these sheets using the snap type method. The short side of the channel will need to go towards the outside. Take the 81E channel and attach it to the bottom of the sheets. Take one 86B lip and place it on the right side of the sheets, sliding it between the channels and the sheet. Secure the lip to the sheet using 3 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the other 86B lip and place it on the other side. Secure the lip to the sheet using 3 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Repeat these steps to make the remaining roof panel as they're exactly the same. We're going to attach the ridge beam now, so proceed to this next step with only one of the panels. Make sure the row of pre-punched holes are at the bottom, then place the ridge beam onto the 78C channel. Align the pre-punched holes in the channel and ridge beam, then push them together. Secure the ridge beam to the roof panel using 3 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. This completes the roof panel assembly. Let's make the side panels. To construct the side panel, we'll need one 59C channel, one 81I channel, and 2 of the 32A sheets. Lay the sheets so the sides with the narrow pans are next to one another. Overlap the sheets by 1 rib, then secure with 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the 59C channel and attach it to the top of the sheets using the snap type method. The short side of the channel will go to the outside of the panel. Take the 81I channel and attach it to the bottom of these sheets. Repeat these steps again to make the other side panel. They're both exactly the same. Let's construct the right door panel. To make the right door panel, we'll need one 12A door plate, one pad bolt, one 58A channel, one 58B channel, two 58C channels, two 91A jambs, and the door B sheet. To start, note the orientation of the sheet. We have our holes for the door plate on the left. Take the 58B channel and place it over the edge of the sheet which has the holes for the door plate. Use 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws to secure this channel to the sheet. Take the 58A channel and place it on the other side of the sheet, making sure that the hinges can extend upwards towards the outside of the door. Use 3 of the 10mm self-tapping screws to fasten this channel to the panel. Take the 58C channel and use the snap type method to attach it to the top of the sheet. This channel will go over the top of the sheet and over the front edges of the 58A and 58B channels. Use a 10mm self-tapping screw in each of the corners. Repeat this process with the other 58C channel, but on the bottom of the sheet. Again, using a 10mm self-tapping screw in each of the corners. Next, we'll attach the door plate and pad bolt. Position the door plate on the pre-punched holes midway up the sheet. Fasten it using a 10mm self-tapping screw. Next, take the pad bolt and position as shown. Fix using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws and finish off with a final 10mm self-tapping screw. Flip the door panel over. Take one of the 91A jambs and place it over the diagonal row of pre-punched holes, sliding one face into the corner of the panel. Fasten one 10mm self-tapping screw through the sheet and into the jamb. Use two 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the top corner channels. Use another 10mm self-tapping screw to fasten the other end of the jamb to the sheet. Now do the same for the other 91A jamb, sliding it into the corner and lining it with the pre-punched holes. Secure the end of the jamb and two bottom corner channels using three 10mm self-tapping screws. Use another 10mm self-tapping screw in the other end of the jamb. Flip the door back over and finish securing the braces with 6 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. This completes our right door panel assembly. Let's make the front panel. To construct the front panel, we'll need 117L gable panel, 117R gable panel, 176A channel, 154C channel, 179B channel, 189A jamb, 189B jamb, 190B jamb, and two 32A sheets. Lay out the two sheets, making sure that the edge with a narrow pan is on the inside. Take the 89A jamb and place it over the inside edge of the right sheet. Secure the jamb to the sheet using 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the 89B jamb and place it over the inside edge of the left sheet. Secure the jamb to the sheet using 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the 76A channel and attach it to the top of both sheets using the snap type method. The short side of the channel will face towards the outside. Align the channel with the holes in the sheet, then secure the channel with 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the 54C channel and attach it to the bottom of the sheets. The short side of the channel will go towards the outside. Align the channel with the holes in the sheet, then secure the channel with 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the 90B jamb and slide it into the channel at the top. Slide the notches of the 90A jamb over the 89A and 89B jambs. Secure the channel and jamb using 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Use a 3mm drill bit to drill out the holes in the CSJ and channel. Secure the CSJ and channel using 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the 79B channel and slide it into the 54C channel at the bottom. Secure the channels together using 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Drill out the center hole, then secure the channels and CSJ with another 10mm self-tapping screw. Get a friend to help you flip the panel over. Use 2 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the bottom corners of the doorway. Drill out the 2 holes at the top in the CSJ and 76A channel. Place the 17R gable panel over the top right channel on the front panel, aligning the pre-punched holes. Use 2 10mm self-tapping screws to secure the center hole and doorway corner hole. Drill out and secure the remaining holes with 2 10mm self-tapping screws. Repeat this with the other 17L gable panel, drilling out and securing it with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Secure the 2 gable pieces together using 3 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Make sure the channels at the bottom are flush, then drill out and secure with 2 more of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Flip the panel back over now and drill out the holes in the jambs you'll need to attach the door. Take the door and place it over the front panel, aligning the hinges with the hinge holes in the jamb. Using a pop riveter and 6 pop rivets, secure the right door to the front panel. That completes the front panel assembly. Let's begin the final assembly. Standing up the rear panel, bring over the left side panel, sliding the top and bottom channels together. Align the pre-punched holes with the 2 channels, then secure with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Moving on to the right side panel, align the right side panel and the rear panel. Fasten the panels together using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Get a friend to help you carry the front panel in, then align it with the left side panel. Fasten the panels together using 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Align the front and right side panels, then secure with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take the roof panel with the ridge beam attached and slide it onto the roof. The lips will need to overhang the front and back walls. Align the holes in the roof and side panel, then secure with 4 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. The rows of pre-punched holes in the roof panels will align with the front and rear walls. When these holes are aligned, fasten with a screw. Place the other roof panel onto the roof, sliding the 78C channel into the ridge beam. On the inside of the shed, align the pre-punched holes, then pull the roof panel into the ridge beam. Secure this roof panel to the ridge beam using 3 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Secure the sheets together with 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Repeat the process for the remaining 2 holes, fastening with 2 10mm self-tapping screws. Align the roof panel with the pre-punched holes in the front and back panels, then secure with 6 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Moving to the other roof panel, work around it, securing it on all sides using 10 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Moving back to the inside, take 13B brace and fold as shown. Unscrew the left screw in the center of the doorway and the first screw in the ridge beam. Place it over the two holes and secure with 2 of the 10mm self-tapping screws. Take one of the gable caps and fold as shown. Unscrew the end screws in the lips at the center of the shed, then hook the gable cap under the lips and place it over. Align the holes in the gable cap and lips, then re-secure with these 2 10mm self-tapping screws. Close the door, extend the bolt and center the hasp over the pad bolt shaft. Mark and drill out both holes in the hasp, then secure with 2 10mm self-tapping screws. Now the shed is complete, any leftover holes can be finished off with a screw. Firstly, position the shed onto the slab, making sure the walls are squared up and it's centered. Take your angle brackets and lay them out in the positions as shown, spacing them equally along each wall. Using these brackets as a template, go around and carefully mark where the holes are on the slab and on the wall. Drill 3mm pilot holes in the wall centered on these marks. Now switch out to the 10mm drill bit and drill through these pilot holes. Next, take your hammer drill and insert the 10mm masonry drill bit. Drill down through the marks we made earlier. Be sure to go down deep enough for the height of the dynabolt. From the outside of the shed, take the 10mm bolt and poke it inside. You may need a friend to hold it there. Align the angle bracket with the bolt and then tighten the nut by hand. Tighten it further using the shifting spanner. Put the dynabolt through the bracket and into the hole in the slab. Tighten this nut on the dynabolt with the shifting spanner. Now that this has been done at all positions, the structure is anchored. Now the shed is complete, any leftover holes can be finished off with a screw.